All right, testing. 1, 2, 3. We starting right now.
Testing.
Let's have some fun music.
Yes. I like.
Real Talk Hotlanta. That's what we're here for.
Welcome.
So, what are this podcast about, Kim? What we're doing?
This podcast, honestly, is about us sharing our personal experience to everybody in the real estate world and what you can expect for both consumers, future home buyers, and even future real estate agents. What you can expect to buy, sell, and all that good stuff.
Awesome. I like to do that, and also anything that's related to the community in Atlanta, Vietnamese community. So I want to have fun with this podcast. It's not always about business and serious. You know how we are.
Yeah.
We get our job done, but we have
our fun side. Yeah, we also have a crazy hectic side. So don't think real estate is always rainbows and butterflies. Yeah.
So it's been a while since we've seen you. Social media, you took a break, but now you came back. Do real estate with Real Brokerage.
Yes.
What's the reason behind that?
Honestly, I just started rebranding myself officially, and I think Real came to me at the perfect timing where I'm ready for something new. I'm ready to evolve and take my business to another level. And Real Brokerage just offer everything I was looking for. I was very stagnant. I feel I was very comfortable, and this is just taking my business to the next step.
Yeah, I feel the same way. So I came from 100% brokerage to now at Real 85-15 split. I feel like I'm a big fish in a small pond. I couldn't grow.
Yeah.
And
that's you from a brokerage that's 100%.
Correct.
And you're pretty much going into something that's taking a little more, but benefiting you long run.
Yes. So if I work hard enough, within 5 years, there's an exit plan, retirement plan. So what I really like about Real is the collaboration with
the community.
Everybody,
Yeah.
community. Mm-hmm. See, like us, we work together, but we are not on the same team.
Yeah. I don't want to be in the same team with you.
It's okay. Nobody want to do.
Okay, but we still have love for each other. And I think this is not the approach where it used to be. Like, join my team. This is a community that we are building, and that's what I love about it. We're not just stuck in Georgia. We build all over the U.S., and that's something to think about if you are planning to expand yourself and your future community. So that's what I love too.
So next week, we're going to go in North Carolina. We have one super agent that we're bringing on. You got to keep it secret right now, but you guys will see.
Yeah.
This person is elite. And we like to collaborate with people from different states, with big cities, a couple agents that we can refer, clients, agents.
Yeah. We love referring. We love connecting everybody. We love tagging everybody. And that's something that I feel like I love. I'm not restricted to just one team in Georgia. I'm all over the place. Yeah. So that's a little bit about Real, why we love it and stuff, but we're going to go into the fun part.
What's the fun part?
The fun part are the topics that we're going to talk about here and there on this podcast that can benefit, like I said, future home buyers, sellers, and I would say inspectors, investors, and future agents.
Yeah. And also we want to do stuff for the community, for Atlanta. I don't see as we are connected as other ethnicity, like Chinese, Korean, you know how they always work together. We need to work together. We're going to change that.
I think if you have an open mind, I think eventually, you can come and collaborate with us. If you're open to it, we are open to it. I think we are very people friendly, and we love helping people. As long as you have an open mind, come join us. We're here.
Yeah, we're good people. We're just friendly. We try to help you. We're just not just so.
Yeah, there's more to it. Yeah.
Yeah, so let's go on to that's enough of Real. Let's go to the main topics that we're going to talk about today.
Yeah. I think we're going to start off basic because this is the basic. What are you as a buyer, right? Let's start off with buyers because buyers are always important, right? Let's start off with buyers. How the home process is, how it starts, what's important, and just the home buying journey. It seems a little repetitive, but I feel like it keeps needing to be said because a lot of people still have misconception of the home buying process. And when you have misconception, please talk to a professional, okay? Don't talk to just anybody, right? Listen to this podcast more.
Yes, that's what we're here for.
Yeah.
To make things fun and educational for everybody. But so what's the first step as a buyer need to do when they want to buy a house?
The very, very first step, okay? I feel that everyone kind of skip this step and just go bam into seeing homes. You can still do that, but you're going to be wasting a lot of time. The first step, you need to talk to a loan officer to get your pre-approval letter and then see the home. Yeah.
Exactly. Because most of the time, if you don't have a pre-approval and you go look at houses that you like, and the first step is when we put in an offer, the seller agent would be like, what's approval? If you don't have that, you're going to have to waste time to get it and then maybe lose the offer.
You don't want to think what your budget is. Like me, I wish I can afford $800K house. So I'm going to think I can afford an $800K house. So I think I can, but let's say I go look at $800K house. And at the end, when I get a pre-approval, I only pre-approved for $500K. Yeah. So that to me is a waste of time, energy, emotion. Don't think it out. Just get it pre-approved. It only takes a few minutes actually, and probably a day to get a pre-approval.
Yeah, time is an essence in real estate.
Yes, and we have many good loan officers we can refer you to if you need recommendations. But yes, that pre-approval is so important, and I've dealt with wasting time.
Other real estate agents that have their own loan officer, shop around
Yeah, I always recommend a couple. I'm not restricted. I have a whole list that you want. I can give it to you.
Yeah. We real estate agents love to work with people that make the system flow easy for everybody. Because like I said, you got to get on it or to get the deal.
Yeah. Yeah. Number one is pre-approval. And number two is
do not buy anything once you get the pre-approval and the contracts and doing the loan process.
Yes.
Go in.
So in detail, let's say I get a pre-approval and they say I only can buy $400K, or let's say if I want a higher price home, then sometimes it'll take some time for me to get that pre-approval up, right? So during that time, it's very important. You don't buy a car, don't open new line of credit, don't go shopping frenzy, don't buy a bunch of crazy things, and just keep your credit good and your shopping minimal.
So that means I can't go to You and Me karaoke and spend like 2-3 bottles on the...
Oh, no, you can still do that because that's still on your budget. We always know your budget. So you can still go to You and Me. You still do your little weekend frenzy. It's fine.
Everybody has a little fun. I work hard.
But I'm talking about do not go out and buy a new car. Don't go out and buy a new Tesla. I know the YL is out. Don't do that. Keep it you're saving money. You got to save money to buy a house. So be smart about it.
Okay, so we're not buying anything. Third, we want the inspection. Right?
Yes. So once, let's say you secure a house, always get a home inspector, okay, to do inspection. And I know that some people like new homes, they might be like, oh, it's a new home. I don't need a home inspection, but you do. So get a home inspection no matter what.
Yeah. Even new construction, they mess up. So you always get a home inspection. It's usually $400 or $500, and that could save you $5,000, $10,000, $15,000, $20,000.
Yeah, so home buyers, they need to prepare for the home inspection, and I think the next one is the appraisal that you're going to spend money on. So you're going to have to budget around $1,000 or so in your pocket already before even securing the home. That's what you have to spend on. And then the next step is after everything has passed, you just really go to closing. Get your utilities information.
So that's a good point. So you would need The utility information, you can get that from the seller's agent.
2 or 3 days ahead of time. Okay.
Yes. And also HOAs,
Yeah. Closing
laws,
letter.
information. Let's say if there's a pool, you might need a pool card, gate code, so that you can enjoy your new house.
So recently, a client of mine, she bought homes a couple years ago, or I think 5 years ago or so. And she was like, oh, why do I have to turn on utilities 2 or 3 days before closing? Because I said, because it takes 2 or 3 days to activate. So, but she told me that, oh, because back then when I bought a house, they left utilities on for me 7 days after I close. I said, that's great. That's actually wonderful. But nowadays they don't do that anymore.
It's all negotiable.
It's negotiable, but most of the time now, the most they would leave it on for you is 1 or 2 days.
Yes.
So if you're expecting to have utilities on 7 days after, you have to ask yourself, when you're selling your house, will you do that for the buyer? So it's reality. Yeah.
That's an excellent point. So
Yeah.
I usually 3 days is
Three,
enough.
3 days
So
is way. And
once you close, then you have that paper that you can bring to the utility companies or email it to them so that they can get it processed and within a few days.
Honestly, you can do all this online. It's very simple. And I know a lot of people get very, hey, can you do it for me? Can you do it for me? But hey, you can do it online. Very easy. And you will get utilities in 2 or 3 days. Yeah,
Nice.
that's it. Yeah. And then go to closing.
No, before you go closing, what we got to do
Why
is
so much?
walkthrough. There's
The
a
walkthrough, yeah.
So tell me the process of the walkthrough of an older house and you have a new construction, because it's kind of different.
Yes, it is. It's different. I think I have a walkthrough for a new construction. You have a new home orientation. That's where you give in your home inspection report and you go, the builder go through a orientation with you. Usually take just an hour. You have that blue tape and green tape, the drywall and the paint touch up and this and that next. Be careful when you go on the new home orientation. You can't bring everybody, okay? You can't bring your dad, your uncle, your relative. It's strict now. It's strict now.
Not my daddy.
No, not your daddy. It's strict now. It's just you and whoever is on the title or the loan, the buyers, pretty much you and your husband or you only come to the home orientation. It has gone out of hand the last few years. So now a lot of builders are very strict about it. They just want you. And yeah, it just takes an hour. If you go over an hour, maybe sometime they're lenient and they let you go over an hour, but they stick in that hour range. And
so usually when you do the blue tape, there should be another walkthrough after that, so that
the final,
the final one that they take.
And the final one, I'm going to tell you, it only lasts 10 minutes, 10 to 15 minutes. You're not retaping everything. You're not allowing that. So final is just going through everything. The house is there. Everything looks good. And then you sign and you go through closing. For a resale older home, oh man, that can take an hour sometime.
Yeah.
You're checking everything that you agree to inspect and they've agreed to inspect and fix. This is something I would tell your agent to do. I don't know, you do it, but I've been encountering this so much chaoticness in the last few years. Make sure you have the home professionally cleaned.
Oh yeah, that's a good point.
And some seller, they are great. They will do it without asking, but some seller just leave the house a little messy and dusty. Have that professionally clean stipulation on the contract. And because there are going to be holes and stuff where they don't repair either. So I would add that on. And then what else? Yeah, just make sure there's no trash. The house is clean. All repairs are done in the walls. That's something I would add on. That way in the final walkthrough, the buyers are not like,
yeah,
shocked.
So anything that you get it fixed in amendments to address concern, always try to get receipt.
Yeah, always say invoice, receipts. If there's something really simple, to be honest, maybe you don't need it, but just have the invoice and receipts for later.
Awesome. Yeah. That's the tough part.
It seems pretty easygoing.
A lot of
but you
moving
and
parts.
I both know it's a little
nothing
up and down.
Nothing is smooth until we close and everything's signed, and you still got to wait for the bank.
Yeah. Oh man, I had it a little rough lately, but hey, we work through it. We're problem solvers, and we'll help you. Yeah.
Good. So is that the in part? That's the last part of buying a house. What else you can think about?
I can think about home buying.
Yes.
You add it on.
Huh?
You add on.
I think that's pretty much it.
I mean, if we're going to keep it short and simple for you guys, but when you have a home buying consultation with us, we can go over more details.
yeah.
Just prepare yourself for a lot of good stress, anxiety. There's going to be some anxiety, and just know that it's all a good stress.
It's a big decision, so
Oh,
there's a lot of stress going
biggest
into buying house.
purchase of your life.
As agents, we try to make it easy for you and your family.
Yeah, I think it's best if you trust your agent. Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah. So we can help you with that, and contact us, and we'll give you a more detailed consultation. But for the sake of this podcast, that's it for home buying.
Yeah.
Now, home sell is another
Could be another topic for another day.
another topic for another day. But I think today we're going to focus a little bit more home buying first.
Yeah.
And what are some of the things you notice, like with your buyers nowadays, that they're looking for?
It is a buyer's market right now.
Yes, FYI, it's a buyer's market. For those who don't know, it's a buyer's market. And what would you say you're noticing different in a buyer's market versus sellers?
Buyers, they are, if a house is on the market that's been over like a month, I would say if I'm going to put in an offer for something, it probably like $15,000 to $20,000 off.
Yeah, speaking of that, the average days on the market now is actually 50 to 60 days.
Yeah.
That's average. So if you're expecting to sell your house, I think you should start having that timeline in your head that the average days on the market is at least 3 months.
Yeah, it used to be like a month.
Yeah, it used to be a month, but
Done.
now it is longer. Buyers, keep that in mind as well. If a homestead has been on the market for 30 days, that's actually not as bad as it used to be. So I had a home 65 days, 95 days even. So it's days on the market is longer compared to before.
Yeah. Residential is easier to sell than condos and townhouses.
Yeah. Everyone's always looking for single family. So that I think with the buyer's market, they are negotiating lower with more closing cost requests. The reason for, I don't know about you, but my client, they request closing costs to contribute to their points buy down. Because as we all know, the interest rate are higher now. So they request, let's say, $5,000, $8,000 to buy down some points. And that's what I've been noticing a lot on my end.
So with the buy down, the seller has to pay for it?
They don't have to buy. They give you, let's say I'm a seller, I give you $8,000 contribution. You can do whatever you want with it. But mainly when you ask for such a high amount of closing cost contribution is technically for buy down. Or maybe you just need help. But majority of my clients are for buy down. Because the rate, I had a client that's 6.8, bought down, put towards $10,000 worth to buy down points.
Is the buy down permanent, or is for the first year is this, the second year is this, or the third year is this?
You should consult with your loan officer on that one. But from what I know, the buy down is permanent. Yeah.
Nice. This different
type there's
program.
Different types, but yeah, I wouldn't want to buy something that's permanent. $1,000 a lot. But like I said, you can consult with your loan officer on that. But closing cost is normal. Asking lower than the asking price is normal.
Have you ran into, like, when you're trying to buy for your buyer, that the commission is only 2.5 or 2%?
Oh yeah. So nowadays, I've been seeing pretty good on the buyer's commission because it's a buyer's market. So the commission I've been seeing is actually 3%, which is good. But of course, once in a while, that 2.5, and I haven't seen 2 point in a long time.
Unless
long.
unless I'm on the seller, because I want to get the deal done. Because
Yeah. Even if your seller is only contributing 2.5 initially, the buyer's agent is going to want to negotiate, and they're going to be like, hey, I want my 3%. And make the deal go through a couple $1,000s, they'll do it. They'll increase the commission.
everything is
Negotiable. Okay, so
nothing's final.
yeah, so if you think you're contributing 2.5, at the end of the day, I'm going to be real with you guys. Every buyer's agent is going to request 3%. So when you're considering to sell your house, just go ahead and put it 3%.
Yesterday, I had a buyer agent ask me, hey, how much is this? I said 2.5. He's like, we have other property that we're looking at. I said, you know what? I told to the seller, I said, hey, let's negotiate on this. And they're like, okay.
Everything is negotiable because every seller that has tried to, my sellers, my clients that have been trying to list 2.5, 2.75, at the end of the day, it's just 3%. So I give him the spiel. Just make it 3%. Just make it 3% because you don't want to lose this deal. So yeah, so buyer's commission has been going up. I think that's great.
That's good.
That's good. Lower. What else can you expect in a buyer's market?
So with the buyers in the Vietnamese community, there's hate and love for HOA. What do you think about that?
I think there's a lot of hate on HOA in our community. I hear this all the time. Hey, Am, trying to find me a house with no HOA. But I'm being completely honest. A neighborhood and a house with no HOA, you're not going to love the house. You're not, because I try to see the pro of HOA. I would want to live in a neighborhood with the HOA, even though I hate my HOA, but I would still want it because I want a nice neighborhood. I want a safety. It keeps the value there.
Yeah, it keeps the value of the houses in the neighborhood.
If you're going to want to do Airbnb, you're going to want to do investment, then get no HOA. Yeah. But you can't have it all. I'm going to be honest.
That's why you have to have a good agent do your due diligence.
Yes, because
you always have aunties, uncle want to rao and all these fruits. But
yeah,
that's what.
So with HOA, that's the problem. And you want to just make sure, hey, can I put up this fence, a right fence? You have to make sure everything you're doing outside, you have to ask HOA. And I'm sorry, all the nice neighborhood have HOA. That's just reality of it. All the newer homes, and unless you go out farther and you find a minimal lots home with no HOA, that's great. But
actually, there's some HOA that's do construction that's not as strict.
Yeah,
you just gotta fill out the neighborhood.
Yeah, but no HOA. I don't know. All the homes I've seen don't have HOA.
We're Americanized,
yeah,
but we work with what we got with our clients.
Unless you go buy land on the side of the road, no HOA there.
Yeah, and then you.
Yep. So I think HOA is a hate and love relationship. But that's the reality of it. 90% is going to be HOA. Yeah, unless you look at neighborhoods without, and that's very minimal. So.
I also would see what the buyer's market is. Sometimes buyers are lowballing too much.
Yes, I think they know. Buyers have the upper hand right now because interest rate is higher, everything gone up. So for you as a buyer in the market right now, you have to have the money and the capability to buy, right? So a lot of the times they're upgrading their house. They're selling their old house to get the funds to buy the new house. So the whole house of sale contingency is very normal nowadays. I've been helping buy and sell. And that's something that's the only way you have money now. I feel like to upgrade. But I'm talking about like a brand new buyer. I don't have to sell anything. I've been saving money. And yeah, I'm going to believe I have the upper hand.
Yeah, but just be realistic with that. It's just I was doing a show yesterday, and this house is in Duluth, $400,000. It's been only on the market for a week.
A week, okay.
So if they like it, I put in an offer. If I put in an offer, I would suggest maybe 10, maximum 15 off of price.
Yeah.
But you have to fill it out with the seller agent if any other offers, calls. But I wouldn't go be like $50,000 off.
No, don't do that. The house has only been on the market for a week. Here's the risks that you take doing a $50,000 lower than asking price, if your client really want the house and you do that, they might ignore you.
Yeah.
And you're never going to get the house.
Yeah.
And then you can't blame us because we advised you and then you still do it and then we get ignored.
Yeah.
And they can do that. They don't have to sell to you.
Yeah.
That's something that buyers need to be aware is that they can ignore you.
They pretty much ignore you for the whole week.
Yeah.
And they get the contract, another contract under.
That's the risk that you're assessing when you lowball. Okay. And then for me in Swanee, I just encountered multiple offers in this market in Swanee. So there's sometimes the house has no offers, but I've been encountering, it's not multiple, like 3, 4, 5 offers, but I am against another offer. So that's considered a multiple offer. And I had to offer higher.
Yes.
And I have to offer higher. And then sometimes I have to offer at asking and
it depends on the house.
It depends on the house and the neighborhood and the HOA and everything. But there
Even though
is
it's a
still
buyer's market, it depends on the house. Just like our team member, Jeannie here, this multi-million-dollar house has multiple offers. What's so special about it is they already got the house appraised for 1.725. So
that's something helpful as a seller. Go ahead and get your home appraised.
Yeah. And so once we knew what was going on and there was other offers, the buyer liked it so much that we went over the asking price to win the winning bid to 1.8. And they say, okay, let's do it.
Yep. You don't think that it is a buyer's market and you lowball everything. That's not the claim. That's not the case. Yeah. So that's it with the buyer's market. I would say mainly I would touch on because every time I go to a party, every time I talk to people, that's what they ask. How's the market? How's the market? I heard it's a buyer's market. What does that mean? So I hope we educated you guys a little bit on what is it meaning to have a buyer's market if you're a buyer. And as a seller, we'll cover that in another session.
Yeah.
You and I both have listings, so that's something we can talk a lot about because it seems like everyone want to sell their house now too.
It's funny. It's like whatever the market is.
Yeah.
I have clientele that's the reverse. So if it's a
Really?
buyer's market, I got selling. If it's selling, I got all these buyers. So
I'm not gonna lie, I've been having a lot of sellers than buyers. Yeah,
but you can't complain.
I can't complain. This is it's tough. So we'll cover that in another session.
So this podcast is all about
we want to update you on the market for sure. We want to share our stories so you can learn a few things or two and know what to expect. And then we also want to connect the community, like you said earlier. Like there's a lot of realtors out there.
Yeah. So
tons of realtors out there.
So this podcast, we're not going to talk about no religions, no political stuff. So just fun stuff within the local Atlanta community.
Yeah. And if you guys have any special topics you guys want us to cover, you can comment below or message us. We will be gladly to share a few stories, share some experience, insights. We've been doing this for a while and I can help you with a few things or two and LV can share a few things or two. And that's about it on my side.
So the more episodes we're going to have special guests coming through. If you have somebody in mind or you want to come on, let us know.
Let us know.
Talk about what you do, but also have fun and how you work the community.
I think there's a lot of stories I think you guys are curious about and you guys want us to share. And we, as it go on, we would be gladly to share that story and our journey and how we got to where we are today and a lot of good stuff. So stay tuned and we'll be reeling together.
All right. That will be the end of this podcast, Real Talk Hotlanta. So we'll see you on episode number 2. Maybe like it. Let's go.
Yeah, maybe share.
Bye.
Bye.